Everyone, I'm meteorologist Charlie Ironmonger. Thank you so much for joining me today for your 4 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. We've got breaking news out of Kinston, where a teenager is now behind bars facing charges related to a shooting that happened last week. Now, Jamie Foy has been charged with attempted first-degree murder, assault with a deadly weapon with intent to kill, inflicting serious injury, going armed to the terror of the public, and discharging a firearm within city limits. Now, the shooting happened around 7 p.m. last Monday in the parking lot of the U.S. Mini Mart located on Old Snow Hill Road. During an argument, police say that 31-year-old Shamel Street and 20-year-old Saquon Jones were shot and had non-life-threatening injuries. 18-year-old Foy was arrested this morning at his home on Cary Road. The teenager is being held without bond on the charges. And now we want to turn our attention to the ongoing war between Israel and Iran. As it's now entered its fourth day, NBC's Richard Engel has more on how the Israeli Air Force has dominated the skies over Tehran.
On day 4, this war between Israel and Iran is clearly escalating, both in the rhetoric and in military activity. The Iranian state media, which generally represents the government, reported a short while ago that Iran is preparing the most intense, powerful strikes against Israel in this country's history. They've even ordered the evacuation of certain parts of Tel Aviv, not far from where I am right now. I can tell you there's not panic in the city. People aren't evacuating, but Israel has been firing in Iran, and Iran has been firing back. Iran has been launching hundreds of ballistic missiles and drones since this began on Friday, and some of those ballistic missiles are getting through. The vast majority are being stopped by Israeli air defenses, but the missiles are so large that even if 1, 2, or 3 do manage to penetrate the net, they can cause considerable damage. I was at a building just outside of Tel Aviv earlier today that was hit directly by an Iranian missile, and several people were killed in their so-called safe rooms, in their fortified safe room. The ballistic missile powerful enough to penetrate that reinforced concrete. So that is making Israelis more nervous, that the defenses that they are used to no longer seem to be as effective when dealing with a state and not just a militia group like Hamas or Hezbollah. Richard Engel, NBC News.
And again, that was Richard Engel reporting. We now turn our attention to your weather forecast, where we are starting to see again some heavy downpours. Well, not starting to see. We've been seeing these heavy downpours present across eastern North Carolina for about the past 2 hours or so. Here's a look at what we've got currently over the past hour. A lot of the strongest storms right now moving south, currently over Maysville and Havelock. Southern Jones, southern Craven counties is seeing the worst of this system. But right now we do have a flash flood warning in effect for areas around Nash, Wilson, and Edgecombe counties. Let's zoom the picture in on again some of these stronger storms, particularly the one again near Maysville. Right now moving south of Maysville is heading towards Swansboro and Pelletier. You've got a massive amount of lightning strikes, which indicate again some strong damaging wind gusts out of that cell. We may even have some hailstones out of that cell, certainly one that we are keeping a very close eye on. Usually the more lightning strikes we see, the more turbulent that part of the atmosphere is, the better opportunity there is for severe weather. Now let's take our focus a little bit further back towards the west, watching this storm system moving through Clinton and heading down, looks like kind of right along Highway 24 there, heading towards Warsaw and Duplin County. Then we also have this storm system again working its way through parts of Pitt County, Greenville, Winterville, Ayden, all starting to get wet with this storm system. Grifton may just miss out on that thunderstorm. We'll see if that actually clips Grifton or not. Moral of the story is we've got showers and we've got thunderstorms throughout eastern North Carolina. We also have a very saturated ground. Our The soil is just soaked full of water after last night and really this past weekend storm systems rolled through. And then we've had more rain so far today. So a flood watch remains in effect until 2 a.m. early tomorrow morning. That's when we should start to go dry. Right now we do again have that flash flood warning in effect for Edgecombe, Johnston, Nash, and Wilson counties. Will be in effect until 5:15 later on this evening. Air temperatures currently in the, well, kind of anywhere between the mid-70s in Oriental to the upper 80s in Jacksonville. Most of the east, though, right now, generally in the low to mid-80s. Humidity very high right now. We've got summertime humidity very much present in the east, and that's what's powering a lot of these downpours and storms. The availability of moisture is second to none here in the east. And when thunderstorms start to get going, that availability is important. It allows those thunderstorms to get bigger faster and to get stronger even faster. Now, heat does play a big role in that, and that's why we will see a lot of showers and storms fade away as we head past sunset. But then later on this evening, another weak boundary will roll in from the west, continuing to give us that opportunity for a few scattered showers and storms as we head through tonight into the early hours of your Tuesday morning. Now, we do want to highlight that Thursday, June, is a first alert weather day for the heat that will be present across eastern North Carolina. Air temperatures in the mid-90s plus high humidity. That will push your feels like temperature well into the triple digits. We could be looking at a heat advisory coming up on Thursday. Then also we'll have some thunderstorms present to round out the day on Thursday as we head into Friday. Well, that's all we have time for today's 4 p.m. news and weather update from the First Alert Desk. I want to thank you all so much for joining me today. We'll be back with more news and weather coming up starting tomorrow at 7:10 a.m. with Jim and Gigi. Until then, I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your Monday.